3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to Flicks and Chill this evening.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What the hell
Holy
is that?
shit!
Oh my god, we're here to talk movies.
What's going on, guys? I'm your friend Luke.
Oh, man. I love your voice acting, Luke. It's so on point.
Well, thank you. This is the whole
Yeah,
episode,
but,
by the way.
Yeah, I guess seriously though, welcome to Flicks and Chill. This episode, what, 4?
I believe it is 4.
Yes.
Yes. So this one is kind of, you could think of it as the Michael Bay episode. We're going to talk about the new Ninja Turtles movie, TMNT 2, Out of the Shadows. 2 of us have seen it, 2 of us have not seen it, so I think that's a good blend. And then also we're going to talk about the upcoming Transformers 5, The Last Night, right? That's the subtitle for it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, especially because news, I guess, Anthony Hopkins got casted in it. We don't know who he's going to be yet. I'm guessing maybe Unicron, but we'll talk more about that when we get to it. So if you're listening to this on SoundCloud, obviously just stay because you're listening to the whole podcast. If you're listening to it on YouTube, however, you might want to go to SoundCloud so you can hear the whole thing. If not, you'll just hear like a brief part up to 15 minutes combined of both parts. So you won't get the full discussion. It'll just be up to 15 minutes. I can kind of edit in there. So without further ado, let's introduce who's here today. So obviously Josh.
And Luke.
And Luke.
And Luke. Oh wait, Michael. I'm Michael.
Yeah, we got a little Marvelite in here today. We got the Luke from Marvelite, and obviously we got the Luke that's on Super Friends.
We got the Marvel fuckwad in here.
Oh, shit.
Why do you have to
It's
do
gonna
it
be
like
a
that?
shit
Mike?
show.
All right, I know when I'm unwanted, I'll leave.
Get out of here. This is my territory. It's only one Luke allowed.
We don't have Antoine today, unfortunately. We're kind of recording at an unusual time than usual because it's unusual. So, but yeah, let's get into Ninja Turtles. Because we could do like an intro for like 5 minutes.
Go
and not
Ninja,
get
go
to anything.
Ninja, go.
As I learned watching the new Super Friends, we can literally talk about nothing for 20-something minutes before we actually get to the main
Hold up, you
stuff.
say that, but we actually can't because everyone fucking hates that.
Yeah, you guys are getting some shit on
We
you.
did
So,
a Bane casting and it didn't work out.
yeah, so Ninja Turtles. All right, so me and Michael saw it. Both Lukes have not seen it. I will say this is definitely a movie for kids. And by that I mean it's just like a flick that you're not going to like you can flick and chill with it, I guess. But it's not a movie to be taken seriously. It's not a movie to use your brain for whatsoever. I mean, there will be some spoilers in this podcast, so just stay tuned. I mean, we won't try. Actually, fuck it, we'll spoil.
We're gonna give it all away.
I mean, we're not going to give every detail away, but I mean, we're going to talk about some stuff that would be legitimately spoiler territory.
Krang.
So, yeah, Krang's in the movie. Krang is literally like a video game boss villain. I'm literally not even lying.
You know what?
No,
Honestly,
like,
man, I think you're completely on point with that one, Josh.
There's a part they're fighting Krang, and they like destroy like his like metal suit he has a little bit, and literally it upgrades to be more powerful with like weapons. That literally, like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, they did that just for toy sales probably. And then also that was literally just like a video game where like you get the character like a 4th down in health and then magically they get some like bullshit power up. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I was literally in the theater just like, what the fuck? Like,
look.
did they really go full video game?
Look,
with
like,
this?
to be fair, that's all Krang fucking is in the 80s cartoon.
Okay, like, I'm just going to speak my thoughts. Well, first off, I want to ask you guys a question. Did you have fun with the movie, though?
I had fun with parts, but other parts, I felt like it focused on the wrong things. I mean, the Turtles had a lot more in it, which was great.
I just want to...
The Turtles, yeah. Go ahead.
just saying, like, I just want to, like, remind not only you guys, but to also remind people who are listening that the Ninja Turtles, their first inception to begin with, was created as a parody of superheroes at the time. It was like, created on purpose to not take itself seriously.
Yes.
It was literally a parody, and the writers and creators all knew this. Like that's one thing that I've always said is like, Teenage Ninja Turtles should never ever take itself seriously.
The newer comics have been semi-serious.
Right.
They're really good.
And there are some comic books where it took the turtles like to a really dark realm. It got super serious and got really dark. However, I don't necessarily like that because that's just not what they've ever been. That's not what their incarnation was ever supposed to be.
Well,
I think the original comic introduction of the Turtles, I think before the cartoons and stuff, I think that was really dark.
like it was dark.
They straight up murder Shredder. Like no problem.
Like really quick, like it was really dark. And matter of fact, in the 2003 series, I think Mirage had a big part in that show, and that's why that show is so dark, because like the original creators had a big hand in the actual thing. So I think the original conception of them is dark, but we can't escape the fact that they were meant to be a parody. They were fucking turtles fighting things called the Foot Clan. Maybe I just really like bad movies because I don't know. I like 2 is just hilarious in how racist and how stupid it is. And then 4, again, like the product placement and just Mark Wahlberg. It's just I don't know why I like it so much.
It'll never
so
top
stupid.
Mark Wahlberg in The Happening.
Guys.
Yes, boss.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
Guys.
Josh.
I will say Transformers 5 The Last Night. Since we're basically talking about Transformers now at this point, might as well just go into it fully on. Fully erect.
That's a
and
joke
no
that they
condom.
would make.
Oh.
So
No lube. Yeah, it would be for Transformers 2 at least. But let's talk about the fact that this movie actually looks like it has the potential to be really
it's a white
good,
sheep.
Actually, reason why they totally overhauled the writers'
Yes,
room.
they
If
did.
you guys have looked at the production behind this new Transformers, it's actually really stacked with legitimately good, like even Academy Award winning talent. They have all new writers, all new screenplay writers. The producers are better, which is nice. Michael Bay is directing, but here, listen to this. There's little things though that give me some hope. First and foremost, what has always been a huge annoyance in the Transformers movies, the human characters, right?
Yeah.
Check out the human characters cast. We have Mark Wahlberg as Cade Yeager, Isabella Moner as Isabella, who's a street smart tomboy who grew up in an
and I'm
orphan.
sure that he'll go into a crop top.
We have Josh Duhamel as Lieutenant Colonel William Lennox.
Yeah, I remember that
Gerard
Lennox is coming back.
Carmichael, and then potentially Anthony Hopkins, even though everyone doubts Anthony Hopkins is actually going to play like.
Oh, an honorable mention: Tyrese Gibson is really trying to get back into the franchise. Man,
Yeah, and I
man,
hope
is
he
he
does,
man,
'cause
is he
hungry.
hungry?
I mean, I hope he does. He has good chemistry with Josh Duhamel's character.
Yeah.
But my point being is, we don't have all those other. I mean, it would have been cool if we got Shia LaBeouf.
Just
too, but
do it.
No.
I mean, let's be honest. Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, he's not a bad
he's not a
actor,
bad actor.
but
I mean,
No.
he
he's
can
not
he can
good
do
at
a good job.
Transformers.
No, to be honest with you, to his credit, Shia LaBeouf is, I think, a terrific actor. His cockiness and his arrogance, you can see that in his films, but for some reason it pays off, and he does it really well. Like,
I mean, the only reason I say that is because, I mean, he played such an integral role in like the first 3 films. I mean, I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, but my point being though is like the human characters they have aren't the worst ones. They have like probably the least annoying human characters we've had in the Transformers series. They don't have Cade's daughter. They don't have Cade's
thank
daughter's
God.
boyfriend, who I think died actually, if I remember.
I
can't remember if he died or not. We don't have Rosie Huntington Whiteley. We don't have Megan Fox. Like we have like it seems like the good ones. I mean, the negative with that also is that means there's going to be some screen time taken away from the Transformers, which is to be expected because, I mean, what's the budget for this? Budget's not released yet, but the budget's going to be huge considering. I mean, if they're going back to Cybertron and stuff, like it's basically.
Is it going to be Megatron for the villain again?
At that point. All right, so the rumor is it's Megatron, but he's still in the Galvatron body. So it's like, is he Galvatron or is he
no,
Megatron?
it doesn't really matter at this point because they really bastardized.
But okay,
Galvatron
hold
in
up
the
though.
film.
Frank Welker was Megatron in 4. So if Frank Welker's coming back, sign me up, please.
Also, there's Bumblebee's going to be in the movie, obviously, too. And then they're making a Bumblebee spin-off, which is set to be released June 8th, 2018.
Can I take a vote really quick?
So,
Who ever liked Bumblebee?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not me.
You want to know who my favorite Transformer is, actually? I have his toy, Hot Rod.
Josh,
he was always my favorite
come
Transformer.
on.
Even before he became Rodimus Prime. This is even before he became
Really?
Rodimus Prime. Reason why. Also, I will play anybody in either of High Moon's. I think it was High Moon. I'll play them in any of those Transformers games, War and Fall of Cybertron.
Which are both like those
They
are what
should
the
have
movie
been, yeah.
should have been.
I will murder anybody in those games. You don't understand? I would literally
No,
play
they're
those
fun.
games for hours.
Oh, me too,
Like
dude.
online, I'll just be online going for hours. My tank character is nasty. I got the obviously I made him a
Yeah,
T-Rex,
like,
like Grimlock.
Nice.
But all right, I'm kind of getting on a tangent now. But my point being, I was actually a huge Hot Rod fan. Reason why is because I remember watching I think it was the G1 cartoons, and I'll never forget the first scene I ever saw was just like it was like a desert scene. And it was Hot Rod driving like across the desert, and I remember seeing like this really cool like sports car with like the flames and stuff. And I was a little kid at the time. I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. So that was the first Transformers character I've ever seen.
Wait.
Which is why he's my favorite. I'm not just saying that because he's like Rodimus Prime eventually and all that stuff. And then I bought his toy, and it was the first Transformers toy I ever
had
had.
no idea
also.
Hot Rod was in G1. I thought he was later.
I think it was G1. It
If
might have been
like
something
if
later.
it
I
was
remember
G1,
one of
it
the
might
older
have been
cartoons, but-
Sideswipe or something. But
Now,
No, I remember it was Hot Rod
Okay.
because he was red with like yellow flames.
I do want to go ahead and say that
I should have never said G1. I should have said anime cartoons. Now everyone's gonna rip me a new one if I'm fucking
they
wrong.
care about G1.
yeah, I just want to say real quick though that it does. I agree with you, Josh. It does give me a spark of hope that they had hired this amazing cast of writers and created a writers room for this franchise, and they're going to map out, I think, like the next 5 or whatever movies, so that way there's like one solid cohesive narrative. I don't know if at any point they plan on soft rebooting, but my god, does this
This is a soft reboot. It's supposed to
okay,
be.
so the 5th one is supposed to reset the timeline, or
Well, hold on, my bad. The last one was supposed to be a soft reboot, but I think this one's supposed to be really a more soft reboot from what Peter Cullen's been saying.
yeah.
Which, I mean, Peter Cullen's the man. I'll be really sad when he leaves.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. Like there's no other voice,
Yeah.
for Optimus but him.
Like, they've tried, but it just never really works out.
He's literally been the only one to ever play Optimus.
and roll out.
Like, do you know
it's
what I'll
always
say, though?
great hearing that.
I find the Transformers movies, they try to give you hope every time a new one comes around, and they always just stomp on it. 5 in, I'm gonna say the same one. This is gonna be just as good as 4.
I'm actually with Michael on that one. Like I thought 4 was gonna be really cool.
They really
Like,
got me.
granted,
They got me in, man.
Like, granted, I still like 4 just because it's so stupid, but, like, again, I thought it was going to be a legitimately good movie, and it wasn't. So, I mean, I can't drink the Kool-Aid anymore.